a lot of people who maybe aren't into the board gaming hobby see a whole bunch of games and they're like, whoa, that is just overload. But then you have a game like Machi Koro that's just kind of just... Hey, my name is Brent here on Cloudy with the Chance of Meeples. Today on the channel, we're going to be doing two things. We will be announcing the winner of our 1-year celebration contest, in which we are giving away a copy of Extraordinary Adventures Pirates, as well as the miniatures, the coins, the playmat, all from Forbidden Games. That's coming at the end of the video. As well, we will be checking out Machi Koro 2, a game in which you'll be rolling dice, collecting money, and hopefully be the first one to build 3 landmarks. How does it play? We'll get to all of that. First, cue the thunder. So the radar overview for Machi Koro looks like this. It's a card game in which you will be trying to build establishments and build 3 landmarks, because the first player who builds 3 different landmarks will be the winner. Starting the game, each player will get $5 from the bank, and these coins are plastic coins. They feel pretty cool. They're lightweight, as well as each player will get one little reference card. It shows you the game flow and kind of how you activate all the cards. And good thing I have glasses, because this font is rather small. But it also shows you all the probability, as well as each of the different buildings or establishments and what numbers they'll trigger on and all that stuff. So everybody gets that, as well as $5, and then you'll do 3 buy rounds. At that point, you can purchase any cards that you have money for. The cost of the cards are in the bottom left corner there. So this flower garden would cost me 2, and this business center would cost me 3. So you can spend as much money as you want or as little money as you want. I do believe you have to purchase a card if you have money on each turn. And then you start the game. Imagine with me that I did that buy round and I purchased a forest, as well as a wheat field and a convenience store. So if this was my 3 cards, I put them down in front of me, and I personally would put them in order of numerical order. As you can also see, we have 2 different stacks of cards. You have these establishments. They will be numbered 1 through 6, and these will be 7 through 12. So these would have all come from the 1 through 6 deck. On your turn, you choose to roll 1 or 2 dice. Okay, and then you will resolve whatever you roll. So if I rolled 1, I rolled a 4. At that point, because I have a 4, I have a convenience store, I would activate this, and I would get $3, 3 coins from the bank. Green cards only activate when you roll them. Same goes for purple cards, but blue cards activate on everybody's turn. So if any player would roll a 1, 2, or 5, I'd be able to activate my wheat field and my forest respectively. And then you also have red cards, and these activate on other players' turns. So if I had a family restaurant here, and my opponent would roll a 9 at that point, or a 10 for that matter, at that point I would then activate my family restaurant, taking 2 coins from that player who rolled that 9 or 10. I will say this, the red cards activate before any other cards, so you'll have to pay out before you'll be able to bring in income. If ever on your turn you don't have any money, then you get 1 free dollar from the bank, because after you've rolled your die or dice and everybody's resolved those, then you can purchase more and more cards. So at this point, maybe I had $1, and you know what, I want to buy a vineyard. I'd put that there. So if ever someone rolls a 2, I'd get $2 from my vineyard, as well as $1 from my wheat field. So what does this money go towards? Well, as you can see, you can buy more establishments, but as mentioned, you win the game by buying 3 landmarks. The first player to purchase 3 landmarks wins the game immediately, unless of course someone purchases the Launchpad, and as it says, you win the game. But each of these different landmarks have special abilities. The green ones are for the active player, or the person who built it. In this case, they get 2 coins from each player. But all these other ones with this brown background, they activate on anybody's turn. So if I've built this, and I roll doubles, I get 2 coins from each opponent. But if I built this and someone else rolls doubles, they then activate this. So you're going to be purchasing and building these landmarks, but then everybody's going to be able to use them. And so turns are quick, you're rolling dice, you're building your tableau, and you're kind of racing towards building 3 landmarks first. So the cost of these landmarks reflects on how many you purchase. So if this is your first one, then it will cost you $10. Of course, if this was your first one, it will cost you $12. But let's say the observatory was my second landmark, I would then pay the cost in the middle of $14. The Launchpad acts a little bit differently, and instead these all move up in price. This one moves down. So if this is the first landmark you purchase, it costs you $45, you win immediately. But that's how you play Machi Koro. Nice little dice rolling game, and card quality. I will say this: it's a little thin, not linen finished. As well, these coins they look pretty cool. You got 5, 10s, and 1s, and they're nice little plastic coins. But there you have it. That is Machi Koro 2. On to the final forecast. So the final forecast for Machi Koro 2. Years back, Machi Koro originally was released, and it was wildly popular. They came out with a few expansions, a deluxe edition, a legacy edition of this, and then most recently, Machi Koro 2. I had never played the original Machi Koro, and had never played anything in the series until I got this one for Christmas, and so I was pretty pumped. It's a wildly popular game, and it plays 30 to 60 minutes, 2 to 5 players, so I was pretty excited about this game. This is to me, a very light dice rolling game. Yes, you can look around the table and you can see what other people are, what establishments they have, and if people have a lot of, mines and apple orchards and ones that give them lots of money, if it's a higher roll, then maybe you flip and just start building smaller ones and just roll 1 die. But then people start building cafes and sushi bars, then maybe you roll 2, and I don't know, I think it does have some strategy, but it's a pretty light game. And that's not a bad thing, because I think a lot of people who maybe aren't into the board gaming hobby see a whole bunch of games and they're like, whoa, that is just overload. But then you have a game like Machi Koro that's just kind of just so inviting because it's so quirky and the artwork is cute and it's got those nice little plastic coins. And it's just a light dice rolling game, and it's all about probabilities. And I love that about this game because I love having the opportunity to go with your odds or play against your odds. The mind, for example. You need to roll an 11 or a 12, or anybody needs to roll an 11 or a 12 because it's a blue card. It activates when anybody rolls dice. And you can get a lot of coins from those or from the mind, but you have a very small chance of getting an 11 or 12. So I love playing those probabilities, and I love, comboing cards, buying a whole bunch of bakeries. And if you roll a 2 or a 3, you're going to be gaining, depending on how many bakeries you have, you could be gaining a whole bunch of money on your turns. And I don't know, just turns are quick in this game, and you're always invested on everybody else's turn. And that's what I really like about this game, because, you're going to try to maybe encourage other people to roll 2 dice because maybe you have a few mines and a few apple orchards, and you'll gain a lot of money if they roll a 10, 11, or 12. Or maybe you have a lot of cards with just 1 dice or 1 die result, so you're trying to encourage them to do that. So I don't know, I think this game shines better with the higher player count. I've played it a ton with the 2-player count, but I think I enjoy it more with the higher player count, just because I think there's a little bit more craziness. And those landmarks, some of them will just let you reactivate or not reactivate, gain extra money for certain establishment types you have. So then you're wanting people to build those so that you can benefit and you can piggyback off those. And there's just a whole bunch of just quirky little cards. You have that Launchpad. If you build it first, you win the game automatically, but it costs you $45, and by the time you try to gain that much amount of money, it could be all taken away from you with different cards. So I don't know. Machi Koro, I've enjoyed my plays of this game quite a bit. My son absolutely loves this game. I love playing with him and teaching him probability, because this game is all about probability. And I think it could become really swingy if, you know, the dice rolls are like perfect for some people and it just like gets them tons and tons of money. I could see it falling flat, or some people not liking that, because there's no way to mitigate these dice in this game. It's pretty much you roll, that's the result, you activate all the cards. And I love it how, like I said, you're invested on everybody's turn, because if you have a lot of blue cards, everybody's turn, you can be gaining money. So Machi Koro 2, I really enjoyed it. I did say in showing the overview, I like those coins. I think the cards, they're not linen finished, they're a little thin. I would like to obviously see them linen finished, but they're obviously trying to get a specific price point. I think the box is a little bit bigger than it could be, unless they are, and I don't know if they're coming out with any expansions or anything like that. But overall, I did enjoy Machi Koro 2. So if you're looking for just a light filler game that you want to bring people into the hobby, and this is just like a really chill, fun game, I say check out Machi Koro 2. I'm giving it a 70% chance of meeples. So yeah, 70% chance of meeples for Machi Koro 2. My name is Brent. Check us out on Facebook, Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples. Remember, grab your umbrella. The forecast is cloudy with a chance of meeples. Don't go anywhere. We have the winner for our contest coming right up. So this past year has been a lot of fun. Reviewing games, unboxing games, talking about games that I absolutely love and maybe not love as much. And so we ran this contest. Shout out to Forbidden Games for hooking us up with a copy of Extraordinary Adventures Pirates, as well as the metal coins, the miniatures, and that amazingly nice, huge playmat of the board. Instead of playing the board, you just roll it this giant mat. But anyways, we ran a contest here on Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples a couple weeks ago. Nicole joined me. We had some sweet party hats, and we just talked about the year. It is now time to announce the winner. And so I have all the entries in my little dice tower here, and I'm going to randomly select one of them, and that person will win. Of course, I wanted people to tell me what their favorite game was, and we had a whole bunch of different types of games, from heavy games to light games to classic games, and it was just really cool to see what everybody's favorite game was, because just because I love a game doesn't mean you will, and just because I don't like a game doesn't mean you won't like the game. And so I think that's just the greatness of board gaming hobby and board games in general, because it's not one size fits all. So I'm going to randomly select one of these, and I will connect with you in the comment section. And so the winner right here of the 1 year anniversary contest is Brittany Schenkel. Brittany Schenkel, she said her favorite game is Villainous, and I played Villainous in the past, and so shout out, good stuff. Villainous, Brittany Schenkel, I will connect with you via the comment section of this video, and I'll get all your information and whatnot and send it over to Forbidden Games. So thank you to all who entered this contest. Hopefully we can do this again in the near future. My name is Brent. Check us out on Facebook, Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples. Till next time, remember, grab your umbrella. The forecast is cloudy with a chance of meeples.